Hi, everybody. Welcome back to season 2, episode 2 of So What We Watching with Joc and Teezus. Welcome back.
Yes. We're here for episode 2. You're here for episode 2. We did it. Like, we're really in season 2 and
We're doing our
we're
best
gonna
here
keep going.
to keep
We're
up.
gonna record this no matter what.
Yeah, we gonna make it work because I'm definitely in New York right now.
And I'm in LA, so if y'all hear anything in the background, like you don't hear anything in the
Yeah, we're
background.
doing our
Like
best and making
we're doing our best. You wanted an episode, we wanted to give you an episode, so we made it work.
exactly.
And Joc, why are you in New York?
Well, earlier this week, I did something with the Testaments that just came out today. So I got to see that a little bit earlier and start stressing myself out earlier. And I went to an event they had. They had a little tea party event where they had just like cute stuff going on. And then they brought in the
You look
cast.
cute. You looked real cute.
Thank you. It was tea party inspired. So I got me a little green suit so I could be like Hillary Banks that was my vibe I was going for. But it was real cute. They had a whole bunch of stuff. You could make like a little handkerchief that was like kind of similar to what they get in the show. And then you could make like a pin, a necklace, or a bracelet. I did a pin, kind of like they do the pinning in the show. I think that's how that tied together.
That was cute.
But it was cute. You make your own. It didn't look like the ones they did on the show. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. And then I'm also in New York to celebrate Yumi and Tuscany's New York side of marketing, I guess, this week.
Yay!
Going to the premiere tonight, so very excited to see. And then the other day I was at Carbone. They just kind of did like a pre-premiere event dinner vibe. We got to hang out with Hallie and Reggae Jean Page were there, taking pictures, eating dinner. So it was a cute little vibe. I met a couple other creators. One of my favorite creators was there, so I was like, "Oh, girl, I got to talk to you." But had a great time.
Did you use a Drake song for your Carbone experience?
No, but I was like, Drake is actually right. It's worth the hype. It was good. Because I see why Drake put this in his songs. Because this is
They have
delicious.
the sauce, and I've been cooking with it, and
Yeah,
it's
that
actually
was
really
the
now.
party
It's like
favorite.
$8-9, but it's really good.
Yeah, the party favorite was the carbone sauce, and I was like, yeah, I see it. I see why he
Mhm.
keeps coming back.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
You adding it to the list?
yeah, I'm gonna try Miami's next because that's the one. I think that's the one Drake is always at, right?
Vegas one, because I tried to get a reservation at the Vegas one. I tried like a month out from my trip, nothing, and I was like, this has to be the location.
Yeah, when I did, we tried to like pop into Miami, and they wouldn't even let us sit at the bar without a reservation. So
But guys, welcome to another episode of So What You Watching with Joc and Teezus. We didn't start yapping. We didn't even welcome you all
yeah,
the way. You
welcome.
know, I got excited. She in New York, and I knew why she was in New York, so I just needed her to tell y'all why she was in New York. Cause what, you with Hallie?
Yeah, Hallie.
You
Hopefully
with the Little
again tonight.
Mermaid?
Again tonight. Fingers crossed we get a better picture today because we got a selfie the
Ooh.
other day. But what have you been up to this week?
All right. I went to the miniature wife. I am exhausted. First of all, I am so sleepy. Let me tell y'all, I stayed up last night, and we'll get into that later. But I stayed up last night to start all these shows that come out on Wednesday, and sleepy, really sleepy. But I went to the miniature wife. The miniature wife is premiering on Peacock tomorrow. What's today's date? The 6th, the 8th. So tomorrow's the 9th. The miniature wife is premiering on Peacock on April 9th. All 10 episodes will be available to stream on Peacock. Really, really, really funny. Elizabeth Banks is in it. June's husband from The Handmaid's Tale is also in it. He's her side dude. So it's really funny. I thought it was going to be a drama, so I was prepared to go in there and see like a little bit of a drama because he shrinks his wife. So like, of course,
Drama.
I'm expecting some drama, but hilarious. The carpet was really fun, and then we went to Chateau Marmar, and I got to take a +1. Granted, I'm new in LA, so when I heard, called my friend, and he was like, bitch, I've always wanted to go. Like, we're going. I'm going to put my suit in the cleaners. I was like, what is this place? He was like, no, it's like an experience. I think you have to have like a hotel room in order to sit at the bar now. So it's like this big thing. And I was like, okay. He was like, it's an old Hollywood place. Like, you're going to love it. Whatever. I was like, all right, bet. We went in there. I had a time. And I think because we were in the penthouse, I think it was the same room from Apple's The Studio when Zac Efron and Seth Rogen's character were arguing about the film. I think that was the same room. So we were sitting there like, I think this is
I
what,
think I've seen
and
this before.
everybody was super nice. They was walking around the party. Like, those are my favorite types because it's so chill. Like, everybody's just like super relaxed, talking to each other. We got some food. The food was, oh my God, the food was so good. The drinks. Peacock always has some good food and drinks. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
They usually don't skimp on those events where they like really
No.
show out. You get drinks and food. I was like, ooh, love coming in.
Yes, I was like, I wanted to eat before I went, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna eat there.
And I'm
So
eating good.
what's the point?
I'm eating and
I'm gonna
drink
eat
good every
good.
time.
I got some steak. I got some. I got a couple things, and then like I got me some good drinks, definitely some good drinks, and then I came home and I think I watched the show, and then I went to sleep, and that is a part of why I'm also tired today because this is a week of TV, and it keeps going. But also, everybody mute up, mute up. I made the Joe Budden podcast. I made the
You
Joe
made
Budden
it, Joe Biden.
podcast. I made the Joe Budden podcast, guys. And this is like, you have to know me to know, like, I be talking about it on my page, but like, that's my show now. That's like my ignorant unks. I listen to them in the morning. Like, it's a good laugh. It's 3 hours. I can clean up. I can just like turn my brain off from listening to TV and everything like that and just listen to some old heads just talk about nonsense. And I made it. Like my followers was like, "Girl, I heard your voice," and I was like, "My voice
But
on
Joe
Uncle
Budden.
Joe's." Like now that I think I want to say I'm like 40 episodes in now. I've been listening. I think since the top of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Mark, he has good insight. Ish, please mute his mic. I hate when I hear
I
him
do
breathe
not
when he's
like
like,
hearing Ish talk.
when the phlegm starts phlegming and he's like. And he just like goes. I'm like, you didn't even listen to what the person is
Right,
saying.
ready to
You are
respond.
just responding. Freeze sometimes like I forget he's there. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, no, this Flip loud ass. I know it's gonna be a lit episode if Flip is there. I love Parks. Joe is like too honest sometimes. I'm like, gee, like
He's
what are
been
you saying right
consistent
now?
since he got out here, though.
He's
I did
being
not
Sin's
know
baby daddy.
those songs. I heard the songs more recently. I found out which ones were his, and I was like, oh, but I guess he does. He is a rapper, huh? Forget about that.
Yeah, he is Sin baby daddy. I've never really watched Love and Hip Hop for real, but I know he is Sin baby daddy. That is what I know because I started following Sin when she got pregnant, and I liked her. I enjoyed her. She was a good time to watch. My
Theory, we're
mom and
like,
stepdad watched the hell out of Love and Hip Hop because that's how they knew Cardi B, and they were like, "You don't know who a hoe never gets." I
that
was
hoe
like,
never
"Why are you
gets
quoting that
cold.
to me?
I mean, my sister say that all the time. Yeah,
Why are you quoting that to me right now? Like, what are y'all talking about?"
I loved Love and Hip Hop. I also found Cardi B over there on Love and Hip Hop. But yeah, Joe Budden used to date Tahiri, and then the whole Sin thing happened. It was a mess on the show. The show was great back then, though. One television.
You like, this was perfect. Outside of keeping up with the pop culture, what you watching?
Yeah, what am I watching? Still watching Imperfect Women. Started The Testaments a little early. I watched the drama. I finally went to see that movie yesterday.
How was it? What? Give us a spoiler-free synopsis.
You'll never guess the secret if you don't let someone spoil it for you, because I did not
Okay.
see that. It's just the two things you wouldn't put together, so you wouldn't think of the secret. And then the acting, 10 out of 10. Robert Pattinson's acting, Zendaya's acting, the white girl everyone's really mad at. I think her name is Alana. She plays the best friend in it.
Okay.
Everyone's acting was 10 out of 10. The storyline itself, open to interpretation a little bit. And there were some parts that dragged a little bit to me. But all in all, worth a watch, I think. For the secret one.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all I'm gonna give. But I do.
Okay.
I really want to talk about it with somebody when somebody else watches it.
Okay, we could talk about this maybe next week. I think we're supposed to talk about it next week, right?
All of these great black movies that are coming out, because You, Me, and Tuscany comes out Friday too. So many.
Make sure you go see that and the Michael Jackson movie at the end of the month.
What about you? What are you watching?
So I started The Testaments last night. Got to finish it. 3 episodes are now available to stream on Hulu. Imperfect Women finished that last night. Insane. WrestleMania's coming up, so I'm now watching Monday Night Raw on Netflix. The Miniature Wife on Peacock, I am going to watch that. I don't know if I'm going to watch all 10 episodes, but I am going to support it and go ahead and watch it. And then Stadium Lockup is on Hulu. It's an insane show. It's basically a reality show about following people, the guests of stadiums during football games. And so like if you're hitting your pin, like it's no vaping, no smoking and stuff. They are watching you on a camera, and then they go up to the seat and they escort you out. No refund. If you're fighting, like they just show everything that happens in a stadium and what security has to deal with. Really funny, just something to throw on in the background. I finished the first season. I don't know if they're going to have a second season, but It's a good show. I recommend it if you're bored.
Okay.
But now that that's over, Lamar Odom.
Yeah, Lamar and that documentary that was perfectly put together in an hour and 30 minutes. Great job.
Yes.
Whoever
Yes.
directed, edited, all that, you did a great job.
Great job. Because I wasn't bored. I wasn't like, this is unnecessary information. Like, even the sports stuff, I don't care about that. But I was still like,
but I still
thank you for this
learned.
information.
Right.
Yeah, I like to learn, And then, like, because I learned, I never knew he had problems with, like, weed and substance abuse and was suspended for that when he was on the Clippers. Yeah. So I was like, okay, that was information I needed to know. Thank you. Even though allegedly it was weed. I mean, now that I know a lot about you, it probably wasn't weed, but whatever. There was some substance abuse to some extent. And I needed to know that information because that tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in case you guys don't know, we both watched Kardashians like back in the day. Yes. When it was aired. So like we know Lamar through as Lammy.
Yes.
More than basketball Lamar. Not that I didn't watch basketball back then, but like that's where I was like, oh, this is the guy that Chloe's marrying. So then I started getting more into Lammy and his life.
Yes. And we watched Chloe. So there's Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which you can watch on Hulu. But then there's Chloe and Lamar, which they had a 1-season spinoff, which was very popular. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think people know how popular that show was because everybody at the time really liked Chloe. Like, Chloe was the star outside of Kim. Like, Kourtney had her own thing, but Chloe was like the personality, and that's who everyone enjoyed. Mm-hmm. And then Lamar was really sweet, came on the show, cared about her. So we thought, okay, he played his role very well. He was entertaining. He was funny. He was very affectionate towards her, and we loved him.
We did.
But
if you would have asked me back then, I swore those two would have made it forever.
I thought they were going to have kids together. And now I get why she lied about fertility. Like, I understand. I would have said my damn fallopian tubes were removed. I would have went to a hotel for a weekend, said, babe, I had to get surgery. My fallopian tubes exploded and I can't have kids.
Anything to not have kids with a crackhead, no shade.
So her saying that she couldn't have kids, like, when that came out, I was like, yeah, I would have said the same thing.
After all the things that he put her through, girl. But then she went back with she got 2 kids with Tristan, so I wouldn't have had 2 kids with Tristan. Maybe 1. You could have got me with that first one because you really messed up that first time. But I would definitely wouldn't have been back for that second one.
The second one would have been like, but the second one luckily looks like her dad. Like, I think I personally would cry if my son looked like his dad after everything.
The girl, True, looked just like her daddy.
True looked just like her dad.
She looked more like her dad than any of his children. Like, that is his child.
Yes.
And that would have been my reminder not to do it again.
Because 2 of you walking through the house when you don't live with me, oh my God.
Not the way she had that baby.
My God.
The way she had that baby was traumatic. I remember watching those episodes. You remember when they did that?
To cry for her because I was like, you're in labor. Like, this is the most vulnerable time.
Yeah, she was pregnant. I remember when Kim found out first, and she had to call everybody, and then she literally went into labor early because she found out.
Yes,
it was literally a hot mess.
And her family had to fly out there to Cleveland because she went out there to stay with him.
Yeah, she had Chloe is the one that will go to live with him.
Yes. Chloe's the one that will go live with her man. Kim is not going to live with her man. But Chloe, like, if her man is somewhere, she's going to go and support him, going to go make the house a home, going to go dress it up and make sure she has dinner ready and whatever she needs to do as a wag, it's going to get done. And she moved out there by herself, pregnant, found out, went into labor early. Was he there? Because I know his friend took her to the hospital.
He came. She let him come.
Okay, yeah.
Chloe and Kim and them was side-eyeing him the whole time.
As they should.
Kim was so mad.
Kim was in the back like.
Kim was heated at Tristan. Okay, if there's one boyfriend on there from any sister, that was the one Kim was like, I am not.
She was like, I'm not playing.
Yeah, block that man after this. She was
not playing, girl. She was not playing. She was like, I blocked him. I'm not unblocking him. He blocked me. I will never forget when she found out he blocked her. She was like, he blocked me? What the fuck?
She was upset for Chloe. He had to go around and apologize to all her sisters when she let him back. But Kim was still not with his shit. She was not with his shit.
Kylie really wasn't with his shit.
Kim and Kylie were like, no, we don't like him.
No.
He should not come back.
Okay, so Untold, The Death and Life of Lamar Odom. First off, let's get into the title. There was a lot of confusion around the title.
I had so many people like, Lamar died? Lamar, no, guys, he didn't die. Well, he did, but he didn't die. Okay, he came back to life.
I had to explain that title so many times. I was like, okay, guys, it's usually called Life and Death.
Death and life. He's still
He
alive.
died at one point and now he's living. So it's the title
My
fits.
sister was
Okay. He
like, he
did die.
died. I said, girl,
Yes.
I
Oh my
think
God.
it would
People
have
were
been
like, I need to look this up. Oh
Googleable.
my God. When did he die? No one said anything. I was like,
You didn't die, guys. He's still here.
he didn't die. He's alive. Like barely, but he's alive.
Barely.
So the doc is now available to stream on Netflix. And yeah, so as we said, we watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians and Chloe and Lamar, and we saw in real time, like the family, they did a good job, I want to say,
Covering.
of cleaning it up on the show, but they showed us everything. Like
Yeah, they hinted
they
at it a lot.
yeah, I think they like stopped production for a couple days. Oh, you mean like before? Yeah, they hinted at it that he was on drugs. Like I remember one episode where they went camping, I think, and Chloe was on the phone uncomfortable with him, like, yeah, nobody's coming to get you, or something she was saying, and Rob was like looking concerned because he knew what was going on. And then I think he said something about like, I know what's going on in the house, or something he said that like alluded to something, but at the time we didn't know that Lamar was on drugs, so it was just like he's just calling, getting on her nerves, like.
Yeah,
But then,
I remember when he was locking the doors. I remember when they were recording in Chloe's
mm-hmm,
house and she kept going to door. It happened on multiple episodes that she would go to a door and she couldn't get in. And I
mm-hmm,
remember one time it was I believe it was Lamar and Jamie were behind the door and she couldn't get in. And I
yes.
was like, that's
And then
why you can't
Jamie
get in your
always
own
looked
house.
high. Jamie always looked high. Lamar had this best friend, for those that don't watch the show
Yes,
or have never
please
watched
explain
it.
Jamie because the people were so confused when I told them Jamie is not in this. They were
Yes.
like, "Who's Jamie?"
I want to say this was his best friend from growing up, or became his friend at some
Some point.
point in his basketball career. And he was just like that dude that was always around. Like he was there for everything, but he was entitled, because I remember like one episode where they had like some Lakers tickets and he was like, here to pick up my tickets. And Chloe was like, they go to the family first. He was like, I'm family, like, and I need X, Y, and Z. Like
Yeah,
he was
he was
like,
in
I
there.
need,
Jamie was always
yes,
around. He was always at the house. He was always around
yes.
Lamar.
And he always looked high. Like he always looked like he was going through something. Like his
Hmm.
eyes were always baggy or red. Like he had that look. Like, but you kind of assume it's weed, because
Yeah,
at least when I was watching it, I was a little
I didn't.
younger. So,
I didn't think Lamar was doing the drugs he was doing. I knew he was doing
but
drugs.
also Lamar liked candy. That was a big thing on the show. Like to the point Chloe like made this tape for him while he was on the road, and she like drenched herself in candy in the tub and was like being all sensual and sexual. And she was like, "You miss me?" and like eating candy. And I was like, but now it's like, was he eating that candy because he was high as hell?
He was eating lots of candy. She probably wasn't impressed with that type of candy.
And then his breath stank because Kim made him go to the dentist because he was eating all the bad stuff. Like it was so much that like our signs
Yeah,
and like they didn't hide it, like they just didn't address it. They weren't like, he's a
yeah,
crackhead, everybody, but like now if you go back, you will see
yeah.
he's a crackhead, everybody.
And I appreciated that Chloe was like willing to lift the veil and be like, no, he really did drugs. Like all of this stuff was really going on during this. And like when she said she punched that man in the face because she came home and he was doing crack after them 12 strokes and 6 heart attacks, I said, thank you. I'm so glad you told us that.
Yes,
I'm so glad you did
yes.
that.
And then there was an episode like after everything where she was like, she went to a hotel room. She starts like after it comes out, like in later episodes, she will start telling like little stories about
Hmm.
being with Lamar. And she was like, she went to the hotel room and had to like beat one of his jump offs up. And I think she went with like Malika. She tells stuff now, like, and you'll be sitting there like, bitch, when
Yeah.
did that
He was
happen?
telling his story when he said he did a big line of coke and then Chris Jenner walked in.
Don't call my mom. Don't
He
call
was
my
talking
mom.
about girls calling her phone, girls calling Chris' phone. I've been sleeping with your husband and now he's overdosing. Well, then you sound like you need to deal with it.
And I called your mom. You call my mom? Bitch,
What's happening here?
I'm about to fight you for calling my mom. Why would you call my mom? but
She said I didn't know if I
on the
should call
show,
you or her. She said I would just go with it. Not Lamar is getting. I guess he didn't have anyone to call, so they was the only people they could call. That's crazy.
and that speaks
Christian
to
to pick you
him,
up from ODs.
and that speaks to a lot about Lamar, that even his side chick was like, he doesn't have any friends that I can call. He doesn't have a brother or a cousin or an emergency contact. I'm going to call
Chris
Chris Jenner
Jenner.
and I'm going to call his wife.
Yeah. I mean, Chloe, I like that they put so many people in it. I think seeing his first baby's, well, I guess only baby mother, and then his kids, like it put like his whole story together for me. Because Lamar was still lying in
Yes.
that documentary. I ain't gonna lie, like he was being honest, but that's like a real drug. He got a it's a real drug addict. Like he really is a drug addict. Some of
And
his
people
stories
can
were
be
even
like,
reminiscing. Not they weren't really like telling. It was kind of like a hee hee ha ha. I remember, and I was like,
mm-hmm.
are we drug reminiscing here, or are we telling other people not to do this? Like, I feel like it's
And
kind of
people
like
can be like, he wouldn't have did the documentary if he was still high. Demi Lovato has said, I think she's done 4 documentaries now. And the last one about her overdose, she said like the first 2, she was like, I was high out of my mind. Like, yeah, I was still on drugs when I made that documentary, and I was talking about stay strong and y'all shouldn't do this. And I went to a rehab center and da da da. Yeah, I was still doing drugs. Like, people are literally still doing drugs when they make these like motivational documentaries. Like,
and that's why they
don't be
kept that
fooled.
in the end when Lamar said, "I'm about to go to Vegas." Whoever the editor, director said, "We keeping that because we just did a whole documentary." And this man gonna say, "I'm going to Vegas."
So we learned about Lamar's basketball career, but then we learned about his personal life. And I kind of knew some stuff about his personal life. I don't know if he had like a true life or something. Like, I learned about his son passing, or
Hmm.
he could have talked about it
I
on the
knew
show.
that part. Yeah.
But he had 2 kids, and then he had his son Jaden. His son Jaden passed away while they were at home in New York for a funeral for one of Lamar's family members. Passed away of SIDS. And then Lamar went back to work.
Yeah, but Lamar wasn't there when he did. Because he was out partying the night his son died. I think that's really what fucked it up. Like he just
Yes, I was like, you weren't even there. Like, this girl had to go through that with her mom. No, I'm not getting on no plane and coming out there with your ass.
yeah.
No, I'm traumatized. First off, she had already started the doc saying we had our son and he wasn't as present because he had to work. Basketball was life. So he was always gone. So you already have 2 kids and you're not that present in their life. And now your son passes away and you're outside having a time. And now we know what having a time means for you. Women, drugs, bottles, spending money, and you not spending time with your kids after a funeral. So that's not a priority. Family is not a priority to you. You outside having fun. And then you come to the hospital after I didn't took this baby up there. And I didn't already heard from the doctor that my son has passed away. So I didn't gone through all these major steps without you. I'm not getting on a plane. I'm not.
I can't imagine.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I appreciated his family being in there. Like his family, like yeah, we got his aunts, but like both his kids being willing to sit down, and even his baby's mother who like told us about how they got together. Because I knew who she was, I knew he had kids, but I didn't really know about like her and Chloe and that like how all that fit
I didn't
together.
know about that dynamic. I always
Yeah, I
wondered
always
what
wondered
that was
how it
like.
was like going over there. Because Chloe she don't give me like hate my stepkids. Like she loved being a mom and taking care of people. So like she would be fine with that. But interesting dynamics once we now know how
Yeah,
things
and
played out.
yeah, I wanted to know how things played out because, there is a lot of truths about why people dislike the Kardashians, but they're very family oriented. So when
Hmm.
people are like, "Oh, Kanye's family didn't get to come around," and I'll be like, "Is it the men?" Like, because also these are very strong alpha men. So if they wanted their families around, I think they could have their families around. They have the resources. Who's gonna stop them from having their grandma or somebody around at a family function?
Yeah,
So this
yeah,
is all you.
I agree. I don't get me wrong. I can see all the problematic things with the Kardashians, but I don't think the men is the problem. The men are there because they want to be there.
They want to
And
be there.
Lamar wanted he wanted to be there more than anybody else.
Yeah, Lamar wants to be there. They all want to be there. And also it's documented on the show. Like, as show watchers, we know Kanye has been there since early seasons. He was on spinoffs, like coming to see Kim, like doing the most to see Kim. And then like when he finally got with her, he cleaned her whole closet out. I remember that episode when he cleaned her entire closet out and he was like, I'm buying you all new
Yeah,
clothes.
Kanye, you can't tell. Another topic I could talk about for hours is Kanye and Kim. Kanye wanted to be there, and Kanye that was a very mutually beneficial relationship for the both of them. I don't care what
Yes.
anybody said. Kanye was
And
Kanye was Kanye, but Kanye is not the Kanye he was now without that lady. I'm so sorry, he's not without
without
that
he
lady.
needed that lady because all that stuff he was saying
Hmm.
and all the stuff he was doing,
It
Kris
wasn't
Jenner and Kim
moving.
Kardashian made that blow a lot more softer because people were like, it's Kim's fault. And now there's nobody to blame. Now there's no cleanup crew. Now
Yeah,
if you say something
and
wild, it's
even
on
him
you.
down to the fashion, like him wanting to be in fashion so bad, I don't think that would have ever taken off if he wasn't dressing Kim. Because you could have dressed Amber. That it wouldn't have worked without her. Like, people want to say Kim's the one who blew up. Nah, Kanye got what he wanted from her too. He got
And
exactly
she
what he wanted
loved
from
that
her.
man down and supported everything. Like there's a Japan episode where they go to Japan and she's like, I have to get these pictures for Yeezy season, da 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 da. And she's stressing herself, getting dressed. He calling her, you look bad. These pictures are horrible. This is ugly as shit. And she's like, I have to make this right for Kanye. I have to do this right.
Yeah.
And like she's like crashing out because she has to
Because
make
she
sure
wasn't,
these
yeah, because
pictures
he
are right.
wanted her to dress a certain way. Like, him dressing her family specifically and changed everything. That was who
Yes.
he needed to dress, because he couldn't get.
Yes.
Remember, he couldn't do fashion shows. They wouldn't let him be on Vogue. They had like all these rules that he couldn't do because he was a rapper and not fashion. But when
He just doesn't talk about
when
it
he
as
cleaned
openly.
that girl closet out and made her his personal Barbie, changed the game. Okay.
He just doesn't talk about it as openly and honestly as she does, because she'll be like, she says it, and that's what
She
blows
says
me
it
about
all the
people.
time.
Yeah, she's like, I wouldn't be on Vogue if it wasn't for Kanye.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have went to the Met Gala, like I wasn't invited, and da 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 da. I wouldn't have this connection without Kanye. Like she says it every time.
She
Like
knows
she's like, I'm
exactly.
in fashion.
100%.
Yeah.
She knows when she let him do that closet thing. She knew that was a whole thing. It was on purpose.
Yes.
Okay, I knew.
Yes. I think she even said, or one of them said, like Kanye
asking
taught
for
them
fashion
like,
advice. I think she's, even with all the shit they have going on, she will still say, I still send him pictures of outfits.
yes. And I'll never forget when he was like, you look like Marge Simpson. You look.
And he was so mean. Like,
He was so mean. Like people don't know these men be so mean to them. Like Chris Humphries, if you go back and look, Chris Humphries hated Kim. He was like, you're not going to be anything but a mom. Nobody's going to care about you. This career is not going to be here forever. You da 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 da. Like he hated that girl.
Chris Humphries
with a passion.
was the only man that came into the Kardashians that everybody was like, yeah, are you sure you want to marry him?
You want to be with him?
Are you
girl?
Sure? That literally if you were like, you remember those episodes, like literally up to their wedding, Chloe, Chris, everyone was asking.
Chloe hated like, that man.
Do you want to marry him?
She hated him.
Like, are you sure?
She could not stand that man. She was like, you are not good enough for my sister. I don't like you.
Yeah. They all saw it coming.
And it's like, I get you don't want to listen to Courtney because like Scott over here punching walls in Miami, but like, I don't know.
The first episode of the Kardashians is Kris Jenner telling Kourtney that she thinks Scott is cheating on her. That's the very first episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
That's how we get started, guys.
Episode 1, okay?
Even if you don't want to watch it because you're like, I can't stand these bitches. They do this, they do that. It's like, this is good drama. This is so good TV. This is good background noise. This is like, it's cinema almost. Like, this is real reality TV. Yeah. Like, because again, going back to this show, like, they talked about Lamar's problems. Like when he had that overdose, the day he had the overdose, I want to say they stopped filming on the show and they put like that message up. Mm-hmm. They were like, we stopped filming because of blah, blah, blah. Next shot, they at the hospital and they flying him into the hospital so that he can get checked on.
Yeah. I remember they had episodes of them going back and forth to the hospital. I had episodes where they literally sat down with Chloe and she was explaining the G-rated version of what was happening, because like this documentary was way different than what she was showing, but you knew what was going on when it happened. It was there.
Yeah, if you watch the show, and then like going back to the documentary, like again, having his family, like you said, having his baby mama, ex-wife, fiance, whatever she was in there, and she talked about just him as a father. I was like, okay, so anything after this. And then his daughter was like, I didn't go to the wedding because I didn't want to be a show pony, and he came out here to New York to go to Kanye's concert. He still didn't see me, and he hasn't been to rehab. Like when your kids are telling truths like that, it doesn't matter if you're out here like Chloe, what she says isn't true. Like his kids are laying it out. His son's like, I never met Chloe before they got married. Like I was just like, man, Christmas gonna be good. Like I didn't know nothing about them. And his daughter is like, yeah,
we didn't. I was talking to my sister about this. I was like, I feel like we learned that Lamar even had kids after the incident happened. Like it's not. I don't remember it being like a big topic of conversation that he already had 2 kids.
No, I don't remember that on the show.
Pictures of them being like them getting their pictures taken, going in and out of the hospital, and that's when I was like, oh, Lamar has other children.
I think maybe there's an episode, maybe like when Chloe's talking about like tickets for the show, maybe for like but
yeah,
maybe she said something about like your kids getting Lakers tickets, but also I don't ever remember them being talked about going to a Lakers game or any of that, actually.
Yeah, they
Like, I
never
don't
really
think that
brought
was a
them up.
topic. He talked about his son that passed because he would be like, my son Jaden died. And I think I thought that was his only child. Like, I think for a minute, I thought that was, oh, actually, yeah, I thought that was his only child because of how he talked about him. He was like, my son Jaden died, my son, like, that's it. But I don't think he ever talked about like having a
You
daughter.
had two other kids that you treat like trash. And now that I've seen the documentary, I see. Because that's why I didn't know about your
Yes.
kids, because you kept leaving them to the wayside.
Yes, and that has nothing to do with the Kardashians
Yeah.
because the baby mama made it very clear that when his son, because you got 3 kids, your first son was born, you weren't around. You weren't married to a Kardashian, and then when your daughter was
Yeah, it
born,
didn't have
you weren't
anything to do.
around.
I actually didn't think the baby's mom, the baby mother and Chloe really had any issues. I think Lamar was the issue.
I think he didn't introduce them properly, and that probably caused the issue. And then whatever the media probably told her about the Kardashians,
Was like added
with me
in.
not knowing you, yeah, without me knowing you, and you're not talking to me, I probably believe everything that they saying that y'all keeping him in a tunnel somewhere and he can't see sunlight. Like,
Yeah.
I might believe
Because
that.
when I was watching, I was like, y'all two actually might have got along. If y'all was together, because
And they look alike.
y'all got the same perspective on this man. Both of y'all notice he ain't shit. We tried. He sucks though. Like they both understood who he was.
And they look alike.
Yeah.
And they're twins.
And they have a type. So
Okay, so we talked about his basketball career. We talked about his relationship with his kids. The wedding, though, like the auntie saying like nobody was invited, and then Pumpkin went. And when he said what Lamar said, I was like, what are we saying right now?
Lamar wanted to be
You
famous. That's what we say. Lamar wanted to be
And then the
famous.
daughter was like, yeah, my dad always wanted to be on reality TV. The kids was stamping
Yeah,
everything. They was
that daughter
like,
is.
yeah,
His son is way more forgiving. The daughter is not with his shits. Even to this day,
she not playing.
she's still not with his shits.
She not playing with his
Yeah.
ass.
I don't. She gave the interview she gave. She don't even like talk to that man still to this day.
No,
I don't think she talks to him.
I don't think she talks to him at all. I don't think they have a relationship, and it is 100% his fault. The son is probably like,
Yeah, he a little
I know what
more
my dad
forgiving.
is. We got a transactional relationship, and I'm gonna just get some new shoes when I need them. Like,
Yeah, but that daughter, she was like, yeah, I'm way over his shit.
and that's when I really believed everything. Like, I didn't need the daughter. I needed the daughter, but I didn't need the daughter to believe everything.
Yeah.
But she stamped everything. I was like, whatever. People can be like, the ex-wife is bitter, Chloe's lying, but when your child is sitting there telling stuff,
I mean, but it wasn't just his kids. Like his kids were definitely like, okay, yeah, this is definitely true. But like the basketball players, his coach, like multiple people were very honest about the flaws that Lamar has and like the type of person he was. Like a lot of people said he was like a partier. A lot of people were like, yeah, he kind of is like this. Like he my friend, but he do this. Like
the winning the basketball, the winning the championship, and then not having your kids come to the parade. And I was cackling because they kept putting Kobe Bryant.
right,
It
Kobe
was
at
like
a
every time
wedding.
they talked about Lamar, here's Kobe.
Kobe was there to keep you alive. He was the one working with your soon to be ex-wife to make sure you stayed alive.
It's like, yeah, Lamar didn't take his kids, but Kobe Bryant took his kids. And it's like, you were out partying again, told your kids, nah, I'm not going to the parade after they flew from New York to LA, told everybody, yeah, we going to see our dad. Our dad won the championship. We going to be on TV. Y'all make sure y'all watch us. Did your dad show up without you? What? And that's before the Kardashians. Again, this man ain't shit without
On his
including.
own. The Kardashian was just like an extra box because he wanted to be famous. Like it wasn't anything more than that. No one can say it was Chloe's fault. This man came over here because he wanted to be famous. She didn't even want the Chloe and Lamar show. He wanted the Chloe and Lamar show.
He wanted. I was shocked. I was like, what?
She said, I actually was not trying to do that. I was used to recording other people's houses. Now you want to come over here. I don't want to record over.
I didn't want to fuck up the brand. Like, we had a brand. We was real strict. I didn't want to fuck it up. So I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
He was like, I want to be. Okay. And then his daughter going to say, yeah, my dad always wanted to be on reality TV. Thank you.
The friend Pumpkin being like, yeah, we sat down for 2 hours. And he was just like, you see this shit, man? All these powerful people up in
I'm
here.
about to make this work for
Basketball
myself.
ain't going to be here forever. I got to move around. Like, and then, what's his name? Metal World Peace. He's sitting in the back talking about some, yeah, I was all the way at the back table.
Corner.
I know this man longer than all these old people in here. I'm all the way in the back. He just treated us any kind of way. Like,
Yeah.
this is your homie doing this. Like, even if his wife was like, oh, sit your friends over there. he ain't speak up. He ain't say, no, don't put my friends over there, because he was trying to level up.
Yeah, that was literally Lamar's goal, was to level up using Chloe. And that's why he did that interview the other day talking about something. She's not the reason I'm still alive.
Please be so for real.
Be for real, sir.
Please be so for real.
Low key, I know he said, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happened with the dad, if the dad showed up and really went away over $100 on a pair of sneakers. But I know that lady was there for 4 months to make sure you was alive.
I think he did, because remember there's an episode about the Lakers tickets, and Lamar was even like, Joe Odom not gonna da 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 da. Like, I know my dad, and Chloe was trying to like really push their relationship. She was like, have your dad come, your dad, family. And he was like, I know Joe Odom. Like, you don't know him like I know him, but if you want to do that, all right.
Yeah, and like the way he described his dad in the beginning of the documentary, for him to come out and say like, oh, Chloe made that up, like,
please be so. I mean,
I don't want to. I ain't trying to ruin your relationship with your daddy, but like, don't shit on Chloe, because you was literally here because of her. Like,
and
even if
your dad,
even if that part didn't happen, the 4 months that followed did. So you are here because of her.
And your dad's a crackhead, so
exactly.
Yes, he went away for $150 some Nike shoes at a hotel. That literally sounds like something a crackhead would ask for.
Right. It's a very feasible story. I don't know if he was going to take you off life support. Maybe. I don't see why Chloe would start lying about that now. Like, what was she got to lie? She not even with you no more.
Because also a crackhead would say that. Yeah. Yes, take him off so I can get the money.
Yeah. And somebody came in and stole your stuff while you were at home. I feel like the girl was actually genuinely helping you when you had already said you wanted to divorce her.
Let's talk about it.
You only got a second chance because the backlogs were late. They were late on the log.
Let's talk about it. Going to an intervention and being told, hey, yeah, your husband's on crack. It's really bad. So what we need you to do is go in here and say, babe, I love you, but if you don't stop doing these drugs, we have to get a divorce. And you sit there and hold his hand and say, babe, I love you, but you have to stop doing the drugs or we're going to have to get a divorce. And he's like, well, bitch, give me my passport, give me the paperwork, and see you later. I'm out. I'm about to go to a brothel. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, I would crash. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? First off, why am I begging for a crackhead? But since I am begging, what you mean you leaving?
Yeah, how you leaving me?
You own it.
You the crackhead, not me. You can't leave me.
You need me. I've been cleaning up. I've been going to hotels, cleaning up the spoons, cleaning up the lighters, making sure there's no pictures out there. There's rumors out here that you a crackhead.
My mother picked you up from your crack binges multiple times. You got random hoes calling my phone.
They calling my mama phone in the middle of the night. They tired of being on crack vacations with you. And you like, give me my passport. Let me sign them papers. All right, bye. I'll be damned.
I know when she punched that man in the face that last time. I know that felt good.
They'd still be getting me off of him from punching him. Like, to this day, I would still be punching him because I would black out.
Again, 6-7 feet tall and all. I'm climbing a ladder and knocking you out every time I see you.
I'm drop kicking your ass every time I see you.
Every time you play.
I'm gonna slap your ass with a spoon, a box of spoons. I'm gonna slap your ass with a box of spoons.
I cannot imagine. I saved your life. Your dad tried to pull the plug on you.
I think his dad tried to. I don't care what he's talking about. His dad did that. You're not gonna convince me that his dad did.
I don't care what he said. His daddy did it.
Because we were introduced to his dad on the show as being a crackhead.
Yeah, I remember him saying his dad was on drugs. I remember that being a story, and I think he even popped in once or twice in the episode.
Yes. And that was like a ticket incident. Yeah. Like, Chloe wanted them to bond. And then on the documentary, the aunt says that Lamar's mom left his dad because he was on drugs. Your dad's a crackhead. And you telling me that a crackhead didn't ask for $150?
Crackhead, not a new crackhead. Being a crackhead your whole life.
That's an old school crackhead. He's still surviving. He know what to do. Yeah, he got balance. You out here overdosing, and he good. He's skipping to his loo.
Yeah.
Yes, he asked for $150.
If Lamar would have died, that would have been millions in that man's pocket.
And he divorced? And he don't take care of his kids?
I don't even think his kids weren't 18 when this happened, I don't think.
No.
They wouldn't have got, it should have went to him, but it probably would have went to his dad because he was a living relative.
That's why he was in there making those decisions.
Oh my God, that would have been so bad. You got so lucky. Like, you got so lucky Chloe was still
walked in there at the right time. That was God.
And you gonna come back and say you didn't save me. Punch him again, Chloe.
Bitch.
Hit him again.
Punch him again.
Hit him again.
Punch him again. Punch him again. Because what? Yo, daddy did that. I know for a fact his daddy did that.
I know your daddy did that. I do not believe you. You are going to die.
you are not about to sit here and be like, I don't think my dad. It just sounds embarrassing to hear. Like, that's something shocking to hear, that you on life support, you are about to go on to Jesus' feet, wake up dead, and your parent could be the only person. Also, men, have your affairs in order, because if you're gonna say give me the divorce, you need to have your next of kin lined up.
Somebody.
You need to line that power of attorney up, because if you're not married, next of kin could be your crackhead daddy, and he could be like, cut the wire. Hurry up. I didn't see bad shit before. This is bad. Go ahead, get him off there. He ain't gonna survive that. Because 12 gas station sex pills, like,
on every
I thought it was
24
crack.
hours, and he took 12 in addition to whatever else he brought in there.
I thought it was just crack. You had 12 gas station pills?
Well,
first off,
you not supposed to have 12 in a year, let alone.
And then he spent like $75,000 at the brothel, and then you go on 12 gas station pills. You spent $75,000. You can't take a nap and regroup and then go back to doing it. Like,
and then
you don't need.
And then them describing carrying this 350-pound man who decided to take 12 gas station pills, cocaine, and whatever else he could find. Now I got to take him to a hospital, and I'm an hour away from Las Vegas. That's a crazy situation to put yourself in.
That was selfish. That was selfish, because you gonna put my little ass, I'm gonna have to flip your big tall ass. How am I supposed to do that? Okay. And then you're dead, damn near, and I gotta flip you over. They talking about flipping from his right to his left. How?
He's 7 foot something and 3 something. I take my whole body underneath his to maybe move a shoulder.
That's selfish. You need to think about. And then you in this dirty ass brothel. Okay.
Didn't even get the nice $75K. Didn't even pay for the nice ones. You went to the Bunny Ranch.
The Bunny Ranch's cousin, the Love Ranch. Okay. I seen what this looked like on HBO. It's dirty in there.
That ain't what that was not. They were like, you can have nice brothels, you could have terrible ones, and that's the one you picked.
Nasty. Like, some things you're too rich for, just like some things he's too big for. You too big to be dying, and I gotta flip you over.
And put you are like, please, Lamar, you would have been left there. You heavy.
you gotta go thank them people. You would have been dead.
Cannot move him.
And then the ambulance can't get out here because we're an hour away. Signal probably ain't even good. And might be traffic, could be rush hour.
And you gonna go on the interview and tell people I didn't save your life. Punch him, Chloe. Hit him hard.
Again.
Hit him again.
Again.
Again and again, till he understands what you did for him. Because clearly, he's still in a coma. He still didn't put it together.
And then the whole, like, again, this is all on the show. Like, even to the point Kanye would go in there and play music. And, like, all of this is on the show. Like, Kanye would go in there and play music to try to get him to talk and interact, because he was nonverbal at the time. And his daughter said he ain't come see him. Mm-hmm. Come see her.
I remember that. I remember that episode when Lamar got out of the hospital and he went to that concert that Kanye kept doing, those little concert things.
Yep.
He showed up. That was like one of the first events he came to.
Yep. That's again an example of they are where they want to be, because if you had an overdose, you would think, I'm going to change my life, go see my family, be in my kids' life. No, you was hanging out with Kanye West.
Right. Let me go hang out with Kanye. Another one who needs
Let me go to this concert.
Supervision. His latest documentary crazy too. Everybody. You over here yelling at Chris Jenner.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Now, Kanye, you wanted real bad to be over there. Real bad. You was stalking that lady for years. Years you was on Kim's ass.
The man made a TV show so Kim could be on the show with him. And then the show never even came out. He wanted that girl. He wanted Kim so
bad. He wanted Kim when she started the show. She didn't have a boyfriend, and then she got with Reggie. He was there. He was talking to her when she was with Reggie.
Yes.
Before he ever.
And then the night of their wedding, I think the night of their wedding, she talked about how she got Kanye's the night before her and Kanye's wedding, she talked about how she was dating somebody. She got Kanye's number and she was like, they talked for hours. And then she was like, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, he didn't care.
I'll wait till you don't.
That's why people that watch the show, we do not be falling for the shit they be talking about.
You will never get me on that Kanye Kim chick. Kanye did Kanye.
And that's not even off the editing. That's off us watching these men talk out their mouth talk out. And then when you go and watch Kanye's documentary, you see how much shit that Kim actually edited out, because there are parts like the part when the hotel, not the hotel, but the airport lobby, when she was like, I'm late for a private jet. He was like, how you gonna be late for a private jet? Like, there's a part where he storms out and like yells at her. And she didn't put that in the show.
Yeah, she took a lot of his stuff out. A
She
lot.
took a lot of his crash outs out.
Some of his crash out we only saw. I remember the crash out about the Band-Aid. Remember she was mad at Kim because she got saying a Band-Aid instead of him.
Where's my skin
It was
tone
free.
band-aid?
Sir, you're 40 something. Get your own damn Band-Aid. Okay.
She was like, I don't have the time. I don't care.
That's what I was like. Oh, Kim over your shit now. She really over your shit because you pissed her off.
And then when Chance the Rapper was like, go be with your wife, like he was yelling at him, and then Kanye was like, shut up, listen to the music. I was like, y'all don't see this? Y'all don't see? And then when he was like begging for Kim and he was sending that truck of flowers, but he was still like buying girls Birkins and going on dates with girls. Y'all don't see this? Y'all don't see this? Like, this not playing out in real time for y'all too? Because it's played out in real time for me.
Kanye let that girl down until he didn't want her anymore. And then he just.
And she only put like, I want to say she put like maybe 3 or 4 of his mental health crisis in the show. Like I remember the one when they were at his her dad's Angel Foundation event, whatever that was, and she got a call that they were about to like send him to the hospital or something. She was like, what's happening? Just tell me what's happening. And she got on the plane and went back, and she didn't go to her dad's event because something was going on with him. So like I think there's like 3 instances where we kind of see like what's going on, but like yeah, it was after though she got robbed. That's when they started showing a little bit more of what Kanye had going on.
Yeah, because I think he was also he started being like way more around that time too, because he just didn't want to be.
It was one of those seasons. He was just like in the confessionals, and I was like, oh my God, you're ruining our girl party. This is our Barbie party, and why are you in Barbie's dream house? Like, oh
yeah. And then he made it that house they built. He like remember they built that house like 3 times before he let them move in. And then the last one, everybody was like, that's what you wanted to do with it?
Yes. And Chris was like, what the fuck is taking so long? Get out my house.
Yeah, they did. They lived with Chris for forever because he would not finish the damn house. He kept changing his mind. Sir.
And she went over there one day and she was like, what's going on? They was like, we changing this. What the hell? They not about to get out my house in 3 months like they said. Yeah. What's going on?
They were at the end. Time number 2, they was almost at the end, and he said, no, gut the whole thing and start over.
Yes. Because remember, they were supposed to have a wall, like a greenery wall by the fireplace. And then you go look at the house, there's no greenery wall. I was excited for the greenery wall. I was like, let me see what that's going to look like.
And then he divorced her and left her with that weird house. You did all that, and then you going to leave me here?
And then when he was talking about, I'm about to live next door, I was like, bro, have y'all known this man has been living in Wyoming this whole time? Like, he could have went back home. Like, what are you talking about? Buy the house next door. You were living in Wyoming,
like old boy did. Travis. Another. Only if you watch Kardashian do you know that Travis Barker lived across the street for years because he wanted to be with Kim before he got with Kourtney.
These men want them.
That is why he was across the street. Kourtney started dating. If you don't know, Kourtney started dating Travis. But because Travis lived across the street and would be over there all the time, Travis moved across the street because he loved Kim. That's why he lived there in the first place.
And there are early seasons with Alabama Barker and Travis, and they're just coming over to visit because they're like, they live across the street.
Mm-hmm. And if you read Travis Barker's ex-wife's book, she explicitly says they got a divorce because he was so in love with Kim. She actually wrote it in the book. So that's why people have like a weird thing about Travis and Kourtney, if you guys don't know, because that man was actually in love with Kim, and it was weird.
Yes. These men be trying to get up in that house. They want to know what's in the house. They want to be there
every time. Do not let them fool you. They want to be over there. Lamar,
I truly don't think. Kanye want to be over I don't there. Think the girls are picking anybody. Like baby Kendall is picking some of these people, maybe, because she don't post her bed.
Like, please, I don't know. I can't remember last time Kendall had a boyfriend on the show. I remember she had boyfriends, but I don't remember them being on the show.
I don't think they're ever on the show. Like Bad Bunny, of course, has never been on the show. I don't think Devin Booker has been on the show. And if they're on the show, they're in the background. And you have to catch a clip.
I'm at the family
because like Travis Scott has been around, and I think I want to say Kid Cudi or somebody is in like one of them shots where some people are like, "Did you know he was there already?" Like Travis Scott's been around too.
Yeah, So remember Sophia before she switched over to her new life?
Sophia
She used
Richie.
to be in the background with Scott. They let Scott bring his girlfriend around. Like,
Sophia Richie was so
she
random
was
because, girl,
always in the
your daddy is
background.
Lionel Richie. Why are you with Scott Disick? Your sister is Nicole Richie. She, of all people, was outside. I know she's warned you about
I
outside men
know
like
she warned
Scott.
you about Scott specifically. Scott been around way too long. Scott got his own money. If you don't know, Scott is rich on his own. He doesn't need Kardashian money. That's why they were dating in the
Very
first
much rich on
place.
his own.
His parents both died at the same time, and he inherited a lot, and not a little,
And
a
oh my
lot.
God, I go back and watch
The
those seasons of when
planes.
his parents died. Because I think his dad died first, and then his mom died first, and then his dad. And Courtney was there for all of that. But when it was time to sell the house, and Courtney was like, she was on her Kris Jenner shit. She was like, I want to like put these things up, but I want to make sure I'm doing it
Hmm.
nicely, and I want to file this and organize
Yeah,
this. He was like, just sell the whole house.
yeah.
And I
But
was like,
I remember when I put together, Scott had a lot of money because remember he was buying like cars and planes for like a
yes.
little
And
bit. It
Chris
was
was like,
like,
what does he do?
when did Scott get money to buy his own personal planes and all of
Didn't
these
he open
cars?
like his own restaurant
Yeah.
in the earlier seasons
Yeah,
too?
he
Yeah.
inherited a lot of money and he just started spending once he was going in on the spending.
Yeah, and before then, like he had bad bread
Yeah.
too. Like he was just doing shit on the show. Like,
Scott was a rich kid. I don't remember what his parents did, but Scott always been a rich
yeah,
kid. He was
I
in
and then his
raising
parents'
hell
house
rich
was really
kids.
nice. I think like I don't think they lived in the Hamptons, but I think they lived close or something like that. But like they had a really nice big house, and he was just like, sell it. I called the realtor, sell everything. And Courtney was like, what? What about your childhood pictures or your mom's perfume? Because you know the Kardashians save everything, a brush,
Right.
anything, lip gloss tube, anything. They gonna save it, and it's gonna be filed away under whatever it needs to be filed away. She was like, what about this? He was like, sell it, sell it,
Now he was
sell it.
traumatized.
I don't care.
He was definitely. I remember those seasons that he was really going through it. And granted, like
Yeah,
both his parents died
and
really
she kept
young,
having
so
kids on top of that.
he was going through a lot of stuff. But it's just like very memorable because Scott is
And then
one.
I remember he tried to help Kim because Kanye wasn't around. Kanye, like, I think it was North. He wasn't around, like, at all. And then you listen to Wendy Williams and you watch the show, and some shit starts adding up. Like, because why are you at your mama house? Like, y'all got money. You could go rent a house somewhere. You're at your mom's house because he's not helping you. Like, let's keep it a bean. Like, let's keep it a
Let's
100.
be honest here. Your Kim Kardashian could have had 50. You have 50 nannies. So why are
You
you
could have
living
had
there?
help anywhere else. You're living in your mom's house with your stepdad who's transitioning into a woman while your husband's gone. Like there was so many things going on. Like
Oh God,
Kendall
Caitlyn.
and Kylie in there. Lamar is on crack. Scott was trying to help Kim, and then Courtney was like, "Why the hell are you trying to help my sister set up a crib? You never even set up a crib for our kids. Like, what the hell is going on?"
That's what
He was
everybody's
like, "Well,
like.
she's
Scott loves
alone."
Chloe. Scott loves her. I'm like, Scott is literally just trying to keep his family. Okay, this is the family
Yes,
he got. He liked them. He's not trying to get kicked out.
Scott is the only child, so he was trying to like stick around. I think Kanye's the only child, so it's like Lamar is the only child. Again, Chris tries to like mother
Yeah.
them on some
She
real
loves
shit.
being. Yeah, she likes that though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's
The
motherly.
only one who never got that treatment was Chris Humphries. He the only
No,
one that ever came over there that did not
and
get
she
the
wasn't
same.
gonna
Yeah.
pretend.
Every other time she cool with whoever her kids bring home. Like that's fine.
She like, oh, I love them. They're
That's
great.
fine. Scott still
And
getting
she was
invites.
always team Kanye. Like, I don't think there maybe like there's like 3 or 4 times before the divorce, but Chris does not speak bad about Kanye. Like,
No, she
she
was
always
taking.
speaks very highly of
He
him.
was yelling at her and she was taking it.
When I saw that, I was like, you not yelling at my mama. If you yelling at me, if by chance I let you yell at me, because I don't respect men enough to let them yell at me. If by
You
chance
get away
I
with
let
that.
you yell at me, you're not about to yell at my mama. Like
I don't care if you have a mental breakdown or not. Calm down.
we
Okay,
about to cut this shit
bring it
right now. And
down.
then Corey standing there letting his girl get yelled at, and it's like this has to happen all the time because
So yeah, because they're like very.
what everybody's just like, okay,
It's happening.
all right,
It's a break.
okay, all right, he's gonna yell at us. This lasts like 20 minutes. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, he's done.
they're
He's done.
sort of
Okay.
doing. Yeah, Lamar Odom opened a lot of doors, and I learned a lot in that documentary.
Yes.
And he wanted
Yes.
to be there, just like the rest of them want to be there.
What I learned is for Lamar Odom specifically, there's no Kardashian curse. That man comes from a crackhead daddy.
And is
He
one
was a
himself.
crackhead and he was an unsupportive father to his kids before he got with them. He had substance abuse allegations before he got with her. He was not a good person before he got with her. He wanted the reality TV. He wanted the connections. He wanted to prepare his life for when basketball was over, because also he knew he was doing crack. And then you get traded to Texas. I got to move from LA where I'm with my sisters and my brother, people I feel comfortable around. And you in a bathroom doing a 12-day drug bender. And people are out here saying Kardashian curse. I would be punching him in the face still.
Yeah. Moral, that's what I learned. Khloe need to punch Lamar in the face every time she sees him.
Punch him in the face.
Every time.
If we can give you advice, Khloe.
If he says your name, you have a right to punch him. Don't
punch him in the face.
Again.
Say old girl. Say old girl. Yeah, me and old girl. Keep it at old girl.
That's all you need to refer to me as. It better not be.
Isn't he married?
Punch you in the face again.
Isn't he like currently married or with somebody?
Bird. What is it? Is there corn for every cob? I'm sure somebody else would sign up to be with Lamar in a minute, but
I think he's married or like he's with somebody. Like I think she was like a fitness instructor or something like.
Look that up right now.
Lamar Odom wife. Is he not?
He is in a relationship with Rachel Bradley.
Okay, so how long have they been together? Because why wasn't she in a documentary?
Early 2026.
Oh, this is somebody else. He was in a relationship with somebody else.
Sabrina Parr. I think that's what you're talking about. I remember.
Okay. Okay, because I'm like, he was in another relationship, and I was like, why isn't like his current person in this documentary to talk about what's going on?
Yeah, it looks like they broke up it says 2019 and 2020, but I remember that name because it happened 3 years after Khloe and him officially got divorced.
Yeah, and also he's been like, didn't he have a sex doll of Khloe and some other weird shit? Like he's been.
I kind of remember hearing that.
Yes, like he's been a weirdo post divorce, and it's like, and I remember on the show when she finally like filed that second divorce and was done with him. Now that I know you went in the house and found out he was doing crack.
Sabrina Parr.
Yes, that's who I remember.
The fitness girl. Yeah. When I saw this picture, I was like, oh, I kind of remember her.
Yeah, that's who I remember.
But yeah, he has a new girlfriend
like,
now.
I feel like maybe Sabrina should have been in there too. Like, what did you see? But for his daughter to end it and be like, the man hasn't been to rehab. The man hasn't trying to change his life. He's just gone around just smiling. I feel like that closed it out for me. I didn't really need to hear anything else after your child say, you ain't done the steps. Still.
Yeah. I definitely don't think he's better.
I don't think he's sober.
Yeah, for sure not. Yeah, no. I was gonna say maybe not the crack. I was like, maybe we're not as heavy. But like I said,
maybe not the crack.
Talking about it, like you're not talking about it as someone who's like, this was my life and I'm sober now. You low key over here smiling, kikiing, and remembering all the fun stuff. You over here talking about how you rolled up a big line of cocaine, snorted it, and you were showing us how you snorted it, and then you want to say Kris Jenner walked in
and giggled a little.
Yeah, you laughing like this is a problem, sir. This is bad.
I don't even think he needs to smoke weed. I don't even think he needs to take ibuprofen.
Yeah,
honestly, he don't need to do nothing.
You don't need to be taking drugs. You don't need to smoke weed. You might not need any alcohol either. You might be one of those people who can't do anything, and that's okay.
Okay, so what are your closing remarks for the Lamar Odom podcast for those people that haven't watched it, are wondering about it, or just what are your closing remarks?
My closing remarks are you definitely should check it out, whether you like the Kardashians or not, because I think it was a lot more just about Lamar. Like, it wasn't about the Kardashians. It was genuinely about Lamar. And I think Khloe needs to punch Lamar every time she sees him. That's my takeaway. Punch that man in his face every single time. Make him remember he's alive because of you. Because you're not going to keep talking bad about me.
You said punch that man in the face again.
Every time.
My closing remarks, definitely check out the documentary. It's literally an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah. Something to watch when you're at work, something to watch when you clean in the house or just sitting down. It's a very easy watch. Mm-hmm. It's not like this crazy thing where if you run to the bathroom, you're missing a lot, because crack is the focus. Crack is very much the main detail.
You'll get it. As long as
you'll get it. You don't need to watch it on the screen. As long as you can hear it, you're good. Even if you don't like the Kardashians, it's not a Kardashian heavy documentary. Don't go into it thinking this is a Kardashian production, this is Kardashian central. No, it's really detailing his life and the things that he's done to take him to the point that he's at.
Yeah.
Where we can title a documentary "The Death and the Life of Lamar Odom."
Yes, because none of the other sports documentaries have that title, "The Death in Life." That is key to what's going on here.
Yes. And though that was very confusing to you guys, which I don't know why, it's very important that it's titled "The Death and the Life of Lamar Odom."
But you should check it out. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you liked the Kardashians back in, or let me not say liked, watched the Kardashians back in the day, and if you were able to like compare and stuff, because it was a quite interesting watch. Crazy.
That was the best part for me, being able to compare
Uh-huh.
and being able to compare past things that can't be edited and I watched in real time. That was the best part for me.
Mhm. All of it. But yeah, great documentary. I'm gonna check out. They just dropped Netflix dropped another sports documentary yesterday called Chessmates, and people are talking about it. So
I heard about
I'm
that.
gonna try that one next because Lamar's was great. It was so interesting.
Yeah, my next sports documentary is going to be the Shawn Michaels documentary on Peacock. They have a Hulk Hogan one, but he didn't like our kind,
Yeah, he
so
wasn't really
I
a
won't
fan of
be.
us. So
Yeah, if I watch it, I'm gonna review it, but it's 4 parts, so there's like a 80% chance that I'm not gonna watch that whole thing. I'm just kind of summarize it to the best of my ability. But I mean, like, if I don't, it's not like he would be rolling over in his grave upset that I didn't talk about him. He'll be okay. But speaking of pop culture families, anything else going on in pop culture that you want to yap about? I know your Housewives came back this weekend. Did you get a chance to watch it?
yes, Atlanta Housewives came back. I think it'll be a good season. K Michelle and Pinky, who made Slutty Vegan, came on. I don't know. I sh- I don't. I'm gonna give her a shot. K Michelle
Okay.
surprised me. So
Is she good on there?
yeah,
But she's done reality TV before,
yeah,
so
but that's the thing. That was the big deal. Like usually Housewives used to have like a hard rule on like not crossing over. You came from
mm.
Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop, any other reality show, they were not letting you on. So for them to pick K Michelle and let her be on, but they also let Angel be on Married to Medicine. She was on Basketball Wives too. Um,
And old girl from the game, Drew, right?
well, Drew,
Or do they
no,
do they allow those
that's
crossovers?
the show. You can be like Drew was a singer. She was an actress. That's fine. But like
Okay.
being a cast member on a reality show before, that would have automatically got you kicked out. You couldn't have been on Housewives. So
Ah.
like them bringing in Kay is interesting, and I like her. I like Kay Michelle, so I want to see. You know what? That's really good though. Y'all should watch the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Okay, while all of these white
I heard
women
about them.
do look like T already, episode 2. They're wilding in that little ass state. Wilding in that little ass state.
What days does that come on?
Both are on Sundays.
Okay.
Because I think they premiered Rhode Island on a Thursday, but new episodes come on Sundays.
Damn, so y'all get back to
Yeah,
backs.
and
That's
then
kind of lit. Bravo girls be living.
oof, sometimes, in theory, there's never supposed to be a break with Housewives. That was how it used to be before COVID. Now there's a couple breaks, which I don't love, but it's fine.
I'll check it out, especially since it's only in 2 episodes.
Hmm.
However, this is a busy TV week, so I'm not even going to make any promises because Euphoria starts this weekend. The Laguna Beach reunion is Friday. Malcolm in the Middle starts Friday. And Perfect Women and The Testaments came on today.
Yeah,
I feel like
Shrinking
I'm missing
ended. The
something.
Boys. You got Yumi and Tuscany. People are still catching up on the drama. There's a lot. There's a lot to
April is lit.
watch.
April is lit, and then they keep dropping updates for more documentaries and stuff like that. I just heard, I don't know, I think it was like a rumored April Fool's joke, but I just saw it confirmed on Deadline that Hulu is doing a 3-part 50 Cent documentary. So I don't know when that's gonna
Is
drop,
it going to be
but
like Dateline vibes or like a real documentary?
I don't. Deadline dropped it, but I don't think it's gonna be Dateline vibes. I think it's gonna be like a real documentary, and then probably Netflix. I like when Hulu and Netflix get in competition about
Yeah,
who
yeah.
has what
I
documentary.
mean, it's opposite. Like he did Diddy's on Netflix, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So like Hulu doing one on him, I'm fine with that. I would watch. I wouldn't if you give me real tea. Don't
I
give
want a
me. Do not go
non-biased
over
50
the
Cent
right.
documentary.
Don't go over that man getting shot or nothing. I want tea. I want tea from like you're really spilling.
Call the baby
Call
mamas.
that first
Call the
son you don't be talking
kids.
to. That's what I want to see in the documentary. I want his side. The son that looked like him, but he be arguing on Instagram. Add him to
Yes.
the documentary, and then I
Yes.
will watch.
And if anybody went to the hospital or anything, call the nurses
Yeah,
after he got shot. If you're going to give me that,
a
call
friend.
like the nurses or something like that. Yeah.
And,
And then speaking of shows, there are Grey's Anatomy characters leaving. Thank God. Let's make some noise.
oh,
Owen and
I
Teddy
was gonna
are
say, oh, and the
leaving.
old girl leaving, right? Finally.
I've prayed for times like this. I've begged for times like this. And then I've seen people online being like, why are people so excited that Owen's leaving? Like, what the hell are you talking about? This man lied to his mother. She was praying every night thinking he was at war. And he was working in a hospital terrorizing women. He sent a boy to go join the army, and the boy got ran over by a bus.
I didn't like Owen when he was with Christina. Christina was like, I love
I didn't like
Christina
how he
down.
kissed her.
I didn't like how he
That
did her.
open mouth shit. No, stop it. You're eating her face.
Yeah, he kept trying to change my girl, not let her be great. I ain't like that.
And I'm glad my girl wasn't going. Like she kind of budged a little bit, but like barely. She was like, I guess I can be with you again, even though you want to be with Teddy, but like I don't want Teddy to go anywhere because this is good for my job. But like also fuck y'all. Like
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
I do not like this redhead man. I want this redhead
I don't like
off
this
my
man.
screen.
Get this man off my screen. And then Meredith deserves justice because she didn't sit and watch. Not only you terrorized my best friend, but the sister-in-law that I didn't ask for. You're terrorizing everybody around
me.
This girl likes to talk. She likes to do drugs, and we got to hear about that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Justice for everybody that has ever encountered Owen Hunt. And Teddy is just, that I can't.
Teddy was insufferable because she kept going back and doing that up and down. And I love him, but I don't want to tell him. And I want to tell him. And then I almost died. Now I got to tell him. It was like, oh my gosh.
And then you're pregnant. And then you coming up
You
there
guys are messy.
months far along and talking about I'm pregnant.
And the problem I was having with them, they brought their mess with them. Y'all could have dealt with this in the field, and y'all was on the same military team all those years, and not trying to tell you that you want to bring all that to the hospital now.
And then when I tell you go be with Teddy, you gonna be like, "No, I want to."
Never mind, I want to be with you. And then you got baby.
And then you gonna go be with Teddy. And then Amelia.
Okay, I'm tired of
It's always Teddy. It's always Teddy. Teddy's always there.
Oh, and
Teddy is when you look around, I'll be there.
Gosh.
I can't stand her. Did you see the Euphoria premiere yesterday?
I did. I caught all the shade that was thrown without the TikToks even needing to tell me, okay?
Did you see Zendaya come and go?
Yeah, I saw her come in last. I saw her let every single one of them walk that red carpet before she got out of the car, and I saw her walk.
No pictures, please. No group shots. No group shots.
No interruptions. And she said, and I heard she didn't even stay to watch it.
No, did she? I wonder if she walked on stage because, like, for those that haven't gone to the premieres, usually like the stars, we're usually seated when the stars are walking the carpet, and then they come in and then they go on the stage and then they talk for a little bit, welcome you to see the show, and then they leave. I wonder if she welcomed them to like see the show because that's who people want to see anyway.
Sure. I think she did that because when I heard she left after it started, but they were like she didn't stay long enough to have watched that. So she probably did the little introductions that we usually get, but I highly doubt she watched it. I saw her hug Sam, so they must not be as on the outs as they were before.
Or maybe she's just doing it for work.
Nah, because she ain't take no pictures with Sydney, Jacob. I didn't see her take pictures. I don't think I saw her take pictures with anybody, did I? Was there any group shot?
No, except for Maud and Sweet, whatever,
yeah, Maud,
shorty
Sydney,
with the big boobs.
Hunter, and maybe Alexi, I see.
Girl, the way I forgot about Hunter, I saw a picture of her and I was like, oh my God, that's right. She is in the show. Like, it's been so long.
I'm thinking of doing a recap video the first 2 seasons because like Euphoria has been out it's been gone for what, 5-6 years now?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna watch the first episode on live. I hope it's not like stupid.
I started over like 2 months ago.
I gotta pay for my HBO subscription. That's the only reason I'm gonna be watching it.
Watch that. It was a lot.
And then what else? Love Island Beyond the Villas. Pooch Shiesty.
I'm about to say Pooch Shiesty and Gucci Man. That was wild.
I've always loved Poo Poo. I just want to say, like, that's my baby. I love him down. Like, I was like, free my boy, free my baby. Like,
Apparently he's gonna
and
be
then they
free.
freed him.
Apparently he will be free. Apparently they have not found evidence that he actually did this, so he will actually be free.
Go off, Pookie. Go off, Pookie. Yes, the next song is gonna be lit.
Gucci Man has lost his contract. It worked. Like,
It worked. It worked. And like, wasn't this almost like? No, this wasn't what happened in Spring Breakers. But I mean, kind of what happened in Spring Breakers. Like they ran up in that crib like they did for Gucci and Spring Breakers.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's insane.
it was insane.
I love a good gossip like that.
Yeah.
And then imagine pulling up to hit a lick on somebody and like get some shit done with your pops. Like he pulled up with his dad. His dad was like, "Let's go, son. Let's do this." Mind you, Gucci has been to jail and dropped like songs in jail.
Hey, didn't your wife make money off your music and made you money while you were gone? But you gonna take their money?
Keisha Kaora was getting it done when he was in jail. I almost bought some of that tea because she was promoting it so well.
She was heavy on the flat tummy tea, the Farha.
Yes.
That girl was selling everything.
What? And I was like, how is it? Everybody was like, girl, you're gonna be shitting forever, but you're gonna lose the weight, but you're gonna be shitting every day.
You gotta take the rib out. That's what she taking silently. You gotta take the rib out for it to work for real.
Because her body is insane, and then them having secret kids, that was a whole thing. It was like, this is super invisible.
And then she was selling a little Farha, so she was even more. It was an excellent.
It was there.
It was an excellent marketing. It worked. The girl,
she was doing her thing. Didn't she have lip gloss or lipstick too?
Mm-hmm.
Lived a different life back then.
Mm-hmm. And then Gucci came out and said, "You ain't gotta do this no more." And she said, "Okay,
okay,
back in the house with my bags. Thanks,
thanks." Speaking of pulling things, did you hear that Kanye got pulled from that festival?
Yeah, because he is insane.
My thing is,
he keeps saying dumb stuff to me.
What? At what point did people be like, Kanye's insane? Because for me, when he was up there screaming, I wanted to abort my daughter, I was like, he's a little off. And then when I found out he was bipolar, it was like, okay, not to say I don't listen to people with mental illnesses. It's just like,
yeah, and I agree.
You're conditioned at a certain point to like your family members that say crazy shit. Don't listen to Uncle John. He say crazy shit.
Yeah.
So I tuned him out. I was like, you saying stupid shit. Like, and then I listened to this album, the Ye album, when he was like, I'm bipolar, and it explained everything. I was like, oh.
I watched that documentary. The first time he did a documentary or something, he was talking about how he had bipolar, and I was like, oh, okay, that explains everything. I understand why you say things, I get it now. I totally get it.
I'm never listening to you again.
Yeah, but now I feel like, I also feel like that was my initial response, but then I also was like, I see why Kim is leaving you.
Yes.
I see why
absolutely
it's too hard to stay at this point, because at some point I am dealing with a grown-ass man.
Been on the I'm not listening to a word or hanging on the words that Kanye is saying. When he was like, I'm running for president, I was like, where the fuck are we right now? And then when he got on that stage, he was like, I wanted to abort my daughter. Yeah. I was like,
the aborting the daughter, the White Lives Matter, okay.
That was before White Lives. That was way before. And I was like,
just stay over there now. Like, just
I'm good.
Yo, crazy over there at this point, because I can't keep doing this.
And now the dislike for him is so elevated, and I get it because he said anti-Semitic things, but it was just like, y'all really let him get to the point of saying anti-Semitic things, because
we should have cut him off when he said George Bush don't. Y'all should have stopped. That was the day y'all should have got it. He said on live television, George Bush don't like black people, and not that he was wrong, but this is not the place and time. Okay,
he had no decorum for place and time. And y'all should have known that when he got on that stage and that white girl was holding that trophy. And he was like, Beyonce had the best music video. All right, I'm going to go sit down.
Yeah. Another one.
Who does that? Who does that? And he's had so many. And that was without Kim. He was sitting. That was when he licked Amber Rose's head and he was drinking that bottle of Hennessy. And like,
but it's the Kardashians' fault, and that's the problem.
Come on now.
It's not their fault. That's him. Okay, that's that man not taking
that is
medicine.
Him. I think as a society, we don't accept that men are just crazy. They need to have a reason. I think that's why people are blaming the Kardashians. Like, yes, they, again, problematic. Yes, we're not saying they're not. However, I think you don't just want to accept a man is crazy for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Or there's a chemical balance. So the woman has to be the reason.
why
And if
I will agree
Kim wasn't there, we could have focused more in as a society
on helping
that this man don't need a mic.
him. Get him off the stage now.
But like, also, I blame his mom for a lot of this stuff. If you watch that Kanye documentary on Netflix,
It
like,
was stuck at the hip.
speak life into your kids, absolutely. But she spoke so much life and made him think that he wasn't wrong. Like, that's embedded in him, low key. So you got the bipolar part, but like, he was raised to believe that
He
like,
was it.
I'm never wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I am. His mom knew his raps from like kindergarten. Like, I'm a genius. You should be down bad about me.
I
Like,
agree.
that's how he treats his women. And also, being from Chicago, he's just a Chicago man too. If you interact with him
He
enough,
was a mummy.
you're like, that might be the bipolar, but that just might be your environment.
Yeah, Kanye. Oh, Kanye.
Oh, Kanye, y'all should have been stopped listening to the things that come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
I'm not
Don't
I'm not gonna lie, the
believe
music's
anything
still
that man
good,
says.
but
He just didn't take the meds that day.
I'm not gonna lie, the beats are still good, but y'all should have stopped
Yeah.
listening to him a long time ago. Like, honestly, way before he ran for president. But like, when he ran for president, y'all should
That should have
like,
been a sign. Kanye should not be nobody's president. And anybody who was considering voting for him or said that was a good idea, you also need to get your voter card taken.
He literally made an album called College Dropout. Like,
No.
what is the extent of his
We are
education?
not. I mean, shit, they gave Donald Trump it, so shit, they could give Kanye. Like, I'm telling you, like, as a black person, I don't want Kanye out there, okay? So if you
I don't
guys
want him speaking for me. I don't want him advocating for me.
No. We've been enjoying pop culture lately.
Yes, pop culture's been really good. April's been really good. So like, I'm ready to see what's next, what's coming. I can't wait for the Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what's going on with that. I want to see Jafar. I heard that Janet's not in it. I've been trying to ignore like the write-ups of the movie because I saw one write-up and they were like, the last scene. I was like, what are you telling me about the last scene? I don't want to know. Don't tell me nothing. Actually, I'm exiting it. Yes, like they're giving details to like certain scenes and I'm like, why are you telling me that?
Don't tell me. I want to see. I watched the trailer maybe a little bit, but I don't think I watched that much because it's like clearly a Michael Jackson biopic. Like, I don't really need to know it's Michael Jackson. So
Yeah.
I know what's coming here, but I want to see. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm also just looking forward to like Nia Long being in it, Coleman Domingo. Like, they got a hell of a cast out there.
Yes. Yes, I can't wait. So I'm excited to see, and I want to see Jafar like really get into playing his uncle, and I can't wait for part 2. But I'm gonna watch Jackson American Dream before I go see it.
I can literally play it in my head, and you said that name. Like I could think that movie through. I think.
Go to bed, Joseph.
That's what I
can't wait.
How deep are we getting into Joseph and Catherine? Are we going to be honest about Joseph?
I want a Joe Jackson movie. I hope Coleman Domingo does so well that somebody out there is like, let's just do a Joe Jackson movie. Has anybody ever thought about that? Like,
I mean, he is an interesting man enough for that. But
he is an
if you do a
interesting
Joe
man.
Jackson movie, you gotta like. There's a lot of Joe Jackson lore, Reddit threads, and all that. Are we getting into that stuff? Are we getting into things Latoya says about her dad and stuff like that?
Yes. Yes.
Because that one
in my movie,
they're definitely not putting that in this one.
In my movie, we're getting into everything.
I don't think Rebbie and Latoya's interviews on their daddy is going to show up here because they don't.
Because it's also like
that was bad.
Joe Jackson really had all these kids. Like, first off, that was a choice. You live in a 2-bedroom shack, and one bedroom is you and your wife, and you got 8 damn kids, and didn't one pass away, so you're really supposed to have more than 8 kids. Like, of course, you made these kids into a bed. Like, that's what we missing now. Like, the dads, they don't be down and out and needing to get their family out the gutter real bad that they making bands. Selena dad made a band out of nothing. Joe Jackson made a band out of nothing. Y'all
I would not want to be under either one of those people. But yes, they did have that parental drive to help them move.
They were like, you know what? We ain't got no money, but I'm going to use the last of my dimes to get a guitar, and we are going to practice.
Yeah. So, we'll see. It's going to be a good movie. It has to be. Like, your nephew's playing you. Like, it's going to be... I think he's going to do her justice. And, like, the cast, like I said, Nia Long and Coleman Domingo playing Catherine and Joe. Like, that's got to be good.
Nia Long.
And Hallie's playing Janet, ain't she?
Hallie's not in it.
She's not?
No, I think that was a rumor.
Oh.
I think that was a
Who
rumor
was
because I
playing
saw
Janet?
pictures of her with Nia Long, and then I was like, "Is that real?" Because I was about to do a video one day, and I was like, "Okay, let me go over the cast." And then I looked, I was like, "Haley Bailey's in this movie," and then I looked it up, and they said she wasn't, but there are pictures of Nia Long dressed like Katherine Jackson
Yeah.
with Haley Bailey next to her. So I don't know if they took her out, but I don't think she was ever in it. I think that was what we as the fans wanted.
So is Janet not in it at all?
I saw an article earlier today that said Janet Jackson is not in it. However,
How does that
I
work?
don't remember her being in the other movies. So
Okay, but it's 2026, so like we know, like you're just gonna skip on like
Janet been working since she was a
you
kid.
can't go through like there's even songs they did together. What are we gonna do with the song? What's the song they did together?
What we gonna do? Scream?
Yeah.
Well, that would be in the next movie. That
Oh,
wouldn't be in
this is
this
just the
one.
beginning.
Yeah,
Even
but
more
also
reason because
I don't remember Janet ever being in the first movie, but like she toured with them and she did like
she's
those TV shows.
she's the
So
one
I
right
don't
under
know.
Michael, isn't she?
Yeah,
Okay.
but also they called her Dunk because she looked like a donkey. And once I found that out, I was like, "You didn't know that?"
Joe was awful. I'm so sorry. Joe was awful.
I think that was a family name. I think the siblings called her that. Like she was like, "Yeah, they call me Dunk. I look like a donkey."
Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how this movie comes out.
Well, maybe we'll get a Janet Jackson movie one day. We'll find out, guys.
Definitely.
Find out next time on what Jackson movie will we get next year.
Yeah, and once we get part 2, maybe we'll them get a Janet spinoff.
I would love a Janet spinoff.
I'd watch it in a heartbeat. As long as we get through all the things, including Super Bowl and current husband that we found.
And how'd you get with Jermaine Dupri?
Yeah, Jermaine Dupri. I would like to have the baby situation at 40 plus. The rich man you are now married to. I want the whole thing.
I want the whole breakdown.
I want the Super Bowl aftermath, behind the scenes. Give me that.
And call us for the interview so that we can ask some more in-depth some more in-depth questions.
Exactly, because we have lots of questions for Janet.
Lots of questions.
If she wants to make a movie about herself, okay?
But that was a jam-packed show. We did it.
We
did it. It wasn't as loud as we thought, so you guys are welcome.
Yeah, hopefully the sound is not terrible because New York is loud behind me. But we're going to make it work.
We're going to make it work every single time, and we're going to talk about what we're watching, what you should watch, and what's coming out next. Yep. So glad you guys were here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on episode 2 of season 2.
Yes, we're doing a thing.
Yep. And we'll be back next time to talk about all things. What are we doing? Black TV shows and movies that are coming out this month?
Yeah, I'm ready to talk Beauty and Black.
I gotta finish Beauty and Black. I don't know if I'll be finished by then. It's so much to watch.
It's so much to watch. I wouldn't shame you if you weren't finished, because also that is a good ghetto time over there. That's a lot to take in.
I just saw the part where she ran the car through the house because he was cheating.
Yes. And they came out with no scratches.
Tyler Perry finest.
Yeah. See, there's so much to talk about that we can't even log off. All right, guys. So no, we're really done.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for season 2, episode 2.
We definitely got
we
to
talk all
today.
things Lamar Odom pop culture and what we're watching. We can't wait to see you guys next week, where we talk more of what we're watching and what we got going on. And yeah, bye.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye.